G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game, spawning in on the south side of the map in the color yellow, playing as the Rus, representing MYI, My Insanity. It's Zerton. And on the north side of the map, playing as the Holy Roman Empire in the red, it is Don Artie. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the road to Red Bull Wallalol Legacy. We are in the final weeks of this event, and we are going to be determining who is going to be making it to the final table, who's going to be coming all the way out to Heidelberg. For anybody unfamiliar with the road to Red Bull Legacy, or Wallalol, road to Red Bull Wallalol Legacy, there we go. It is a $300,000 Age of Empires 4 tournament that's going to be hosted in October this year. It's actually going to sync up with the DLC that's coming out as well. So we've got the Ottomans plus the Malians going to be joining us. And the very first day that the tournament is starting, the very first day that DLC will actually release. So it's going to be super hype. You're going to be able to watch the pros play the new civilizations, and you're going to be able to try them out, test them out on the ladder. Now, of course, the pros will highly likely have access to the civs before they actually get into it. And you know, it's not going to be day one of the DLC dropping and the pros are like, oh, what is the Holy Roman Empire? Not the Holy Roman Empire. I mean, they should know, they should know what the Holy Roman Empire does at this point, but they'll be asking the question, you know, what does the Ottomans do? But fortunately, they should be getting access maybe in a month or so. So they'll probably have about 3 or 4 weeks, just to get an idea on the balance and, you know, on the potential build orders. Who knows? We may not see either of the civs picked. Perhaps they're a little bit too weak, or perhaps we see both of them, you know, banned out all the time just because one of them's too strong and the other one's always picked, or something like that. You never know with that sort of balance. But to be honest, the devs, credit where credit's due, they've been very good with the balance so far. Now, speaking of balance, let's talk a little bit about this game that we've got here before us. So we've got Zerton on the Rus going up against Don Artie on the Holy Roman Empire. A pretty balanced matchup. The main factor here in this matchup is going to be relics, and it's going to be how many relics the Holy Roman Empire player Don Artie can actually get. Now, he's got a beautiful little spot back here for an Archon Chapel. I suspect he's going to be dropping it right here. He's going to be hitting the stone, the gold, the town center. Oh, is this it? Is this the first? That's a 10. I think we might have ourselves a 10, ladies and gentlemen. This is basically as close as you can get to 10. Now, granted, he can't really push the deer in because he's up against the Rus. Obviously, you can't push deer against the Rus because the deer are all dead. But speaking of Rus, let's check in over with Zerton as he's dropping down his landmark, the Golden Gate. 210 bounties so far. He's got another 50 over here. Looks like he's got a couple of sheep underneath the TC as well, but we do have that Golden Gate coming up. We can see he should be hitting close to about 280, which should be your gold. Yeah, there we go, 285, 300. Not a bad little investment. Now, when it comes to boars, he's got a nice boar in the center of the map, boar out over to the west side as well. So I suspect he's probably going to be looking to take this boar, maybe lure it over towards this position, drop down your hunting cabin and then your wooden fortress, and that should be perfect for him. We'll have to watch and see if he does that, though. He does now scout it out in the middle of the map. We'll check in with Don and see how he's doing. He's already spotted this boar out, so he's going to be sitting there waiting. And we'll check in with Don. Oh, look at this. Don's actually just got leaving it right on the edge. The alternative is that he can just take these sheep up over onto this landmark. He's got 9 villagers tapping away at this. Looks like Don may be rushing up a landmark here just for the town center. This is something we do see Don Artie do quite a fair bit, but this is an absolutely insane. I can't believe this. Look, he's got the mining camp between the two resources. Is just so perfect, isn't it? Absolutely awesome. And now we do have that prelate moving out. Going to be jumping in the Archon Chapel, 4-minute age up. Not a bad little time there for the Don. And now over on the other side of the map, a wooden fortress going to be coming down in the base of Zerton. So going a little bit defensive. Now, one of the things to note, can you imagine like a single... why are the Mongols so good against the Holy Roman Empire? Can you imagine a single outpost coming up over here denies out absolutely everything? Like, it is just the bane of the Holy Roman Empire existence. But Don now very, very close to that second TC. I'm curious what kind of timing we're going to see here. Normally from Don, he's looking at about a timing of 450. It's a pretty decent spot. Looks like the villager is going to be bugging out for a second. He's trying to reallocate it. There we go. He does get it down eventually. So frustrating dealing with that. Looks like he's going to be a little bit late on that second TC though. And Zerton probably going to be doing something similar. We can see he's still got that ticket in the bank. Could be thinking about dropping down a TC out towards this position. That could be another option for him. We've seen these aggressive sort of TCs. I say aggressive, not really aggressive TCs for the Rus players, but they've been going for these sort of mid-map town centers quite a bit. But definitely going to be the case here. He's got plenty of villagers and more than 400 wood for the moment, so 2 trades, and we can see the first trade's already been done. Second trade about to come through, and a TC probably going to be coming down. Yeah, this is a good little spot right here. He's got 7 villagers. Don going to be looking to do a nice little block. Go for it, Don. Look at him. He lands right on it. But fortunately, the town center is going to get up. He's found a beautiful spot here between 2 ferns, or between 2 deers. Well, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 deers. I think there's a 5th deer under there as well. That's an absolutely pixel perfect spot. But we'll check in with Don as he's going to be doing the same thing. Hold on a minute. Where are we going right now, Don? He's coming out towards this hunt, and he's going to be able to secure the gold mine as well. So instead of opting for a position in here, opts for something a little bit more aggressive. And I do like this from Don. So we'll be paying attention to see how this opening continues and whether players look to play it out a bit more heavily in feudal. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. One of the things that you've often got to consider is if you're looking to invest in a second town center, it makes you susceptible. Now, of course, your enemy can look to go up to the castle age quickly, but in the event that they do that, there's also going to be a window where you're once again under threat. So when you spot out that your enemy's got a second TC, it kind of gives you the go-ahead to do that. But at the same time, definitely don't expect for a second that these guys aren't going to be messing around in that second age. Don, at this point in time, very focused on just collecting food. He's actually killed the sheep within this, within the circle here, just so they can gather a little bit faster. I do like this move from him. Now, the question is for me, what is Don doing here? He's got 25 economic units. I think that does also include a prelate. Actually, we can count that. We can check. No, 26 villages and 26 economic units. But now moving over towards the gold. Jeez, look at Don. And was that burned down? I think that must have been sieged down, that mining camp by the scouts. The classic Rus scout move right there. But we check back in with Zerton and see how he's going. Stable for him at the moment. We're still yet to see any units out on the field for him. But he does have the knight in training at the moment. Scout going to get picked off. Don going to be careful. He's got 3 sheep back here, and ideally you want to try and keep those sheep. Let's see if he goes for a little bit of a boar aggro here. 3, 2, 1, boar aggro. He does it the wrong way. Zerton's got nothing there. Unfortunately, just going to be aggroing himself. The sheep going to be running for its life as well. Everybody getting hightailing out of there. Walls coming up now behind the back of the base of Zerton. Second stable actually being dropped down. He's moving knights already on that north side. Looking to try and hit it. And look at this. By the same token, Don going to be doing the exact same thing. So both players are blindly going for walls behind their bases. Really interesting to just see the kind of level that these guys are on. Don's actually got another 300 stone in the bank. Do you think, is there a potential that Don dares to do what I think Don may do? Surely not. Surely not. Don, don't you dare do a 3rd TC. It's always going to be an option. And against the Rus are the civilization, or are a civilization that can just quite literally drop TCs, and it's very hard for you to scout that, because it's easy to check a civilization that is mining stone, because you look at the stone and you go, okay, well, I can see he's got enough taken off there for a 3rd TC, so it's likely that there's going to be a 3rd TC somewhere. We can see now Zerton does obviously spot that. Comes in on the gold mine, looks to be a little bit aggressive again. Doesn't look like he's going to have too much luck, but the early knight can be making its way around. Don almost got enough resources to get up to that next stage. He's going to be trying to cash in here. About 100 gold short, and he does indeed have to pack it up and head back towards the pavilion. I feel like he may have misplaced this Archon just a little bit. Maybe he wanted to in maybe one more tile, just so he gets these sheep a little bit closer, or can guarantee that he's got the town center covered. But now we see an outpost moving down towards this position. Knights moving in for the kill upon the Archon Chapel. Not gonna be having it today. These guys are gonna be really fighting for each other's, or fighting for their lives here. Now, one of the things to note, it's quite important. This is the deciding match in this series. So, first game was an Abbasid Mirror. That went the way of Zerton. Second game, I don't know exactly what the matchup that was played. Actually, I do. It was English versus Holy Roman Empire. Don was on the English. Don won that game. So now we're 1-1 apiece in this series. I didn't cast the first 2 games because I'll be honest, I didn't really... I wasn't too excited about casting a a 40-minute long Abbasid Mirror or a 10-minute long English versus Holy Roman Empire game. But when I saw this one, my eyes lit up. I said, you know what? This is a perfect little matchup. And we do have Don now going for the Burger Palace. So still yet to add that third TC in. But we'll check on him and see how the resources are doing. And definitely, we could see a very strong Castle Age here out of Don. The second TC already to me indicates, hey, I'm not planning on really thinking about Imperial. I'm going to be focusing heavily on that Castle Age. Let's see if that's the case, though. Villagers now moving out. Prelate also going to be coming out. He's got 2 prelates out and about on the map. We'll check in with the relics and see where they are. 1 relic, 2 relics. A little bit of an attack back here by the Knights. Scout also getting in on the action with the sheep. Looks like Lumber Camp going to be going down a little bit closer. Unfortunately, just slightly out of range. Emergency repairs finally coming in for Don. He did remember that, hey, hold on a minute. Emergency repairs, that's a thing. And now Don begins spamming of the Spearman. It is a classic move. But we'll check in with Zerton. Zerton actually nowhere to be seen with regard to his age up timing at all. Very heavy on the feudal age. We've got more units continuing to pump out towards the front of the base. Night Raid! Oh my lord, I didn't see this. Don didn't see this. Nobody saw this. And villagers are going down. Hefty losses in the base of Don. Fortunately, it looks like he's obviously got that upgrade. Gets a little bit more health on those bad boys. Now Spearman going to be moving out. So now Don looking to try and put a bit of early aggression on. Also manages to find the palisade, the fortified palisade wall that we've got out here. Beginning to move over the map as well. We've got Zerton doing a decent job of just keeping Don in the base for the moment. But Don obviously going to be looking to break out. For anybody unfamiliar with the Burger Palace, the Burgrave Palace, one of the best landmarks in the game, in my opinion. It is just, if you want to go all in, then this landmark is #1. It is absolutely #1. And it can really catch you off guard. If you're not expecting this, oh my lord, it will hit you so damn quickly. So, first relic is in. It is secured. We've got more relics over towards the west of the map that are looking to be walled up. We've also got a relic down to the south, so we'll have to wait and see. Villagers also did get picked off there, but a lot of knights now coming out. 12 knights for Zerton. Now, Don, at this point in time, obviously he's gone the Burgrave Palace. All he really needs to do is just focus on those spearmen and really just mass them up. Spearmen, very effective, obviously, up against the knights. Zerton looking. He's posturing. Don completely blind right now in the dark. Relic going to be coming in, but the Knights going to be able to find some villagers here. They're not even charging, they're just walking into it. And indeed, they walk in and find plenty of villagers. Don asleep at the wheel once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war, but Don just losing villagers left, right, center right now. Down to 44 villagers. That's going to keep falling as well. They're trying to fit inside the TC. Not having a whole lot of luck. He's down to 42, 41. Things for Don Artie falling apart early on in this game. Wololo comes through. He's trying to hold on. He should actually get a nice little position here. Zerton got to be careful. Manages to make it out alive. Fortunately, those spearmen going to be looking to try and chase them down. We're yet to see that upgrade coming through. The veterancy, but Don definitely lacking food at this point in the game. You can see he's got quite a long distance of wood gathering, and now Archer's going to be moving across the map as the Prelate hightails it out from away from that position. Knights might be looking to come back around towards that spot. And still we see those spearmen just chasing endlessly. A really heavy commitment to feudal age here from Zerton, but he does now have the age up coming in. Prelate gets taken out. Big shot to the front. And Wheelbarrow finally coming through now for our Rus player. It's going to be the Abbey of the Trinity that goes down in the back of the base. Something that you rarely see when you're behind so much with regard to tech. That's the big factor. So we can already see two of the relics have been picked up by Don, which gives you 3 relics remaining. Now, realistically, he's taken the first one. The second one's being walled up. Third one, nice and safe behind the base. Realistically, Don's not getting his hands on any one of these relics. So there's nothing that really stopped you from just going for the high trade house. You know, putting the high trade house in a decent position. I don't know, maybe here, getting yourself an extra 100 gold a minute. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. You get that infinite deer coming through as well. So it always feels good. But obviously, it's something that players focus less on. Upgrades now coming through. We see the veterancy still yet to come through for the spearmen, but men-at-arms looking nice and healthy. And Don still really yet to build up a decent mass here in this castle age. He's now going to be looking to break out. Heading down towards the scout. Scout's going to be calling out towards his allies and says, hey guys, we've got friends up here. And look at these walls coming in from Zerton, just being very aggressive with the walls, trying to dissect the map a little bit. But now men-at-arms just going to be eaten alive by the knights as they come in. doing a decent job there of getting plenty of damage onto those men-at-arms. Spearmen just chasing as fast as they can. We can tell that the upgrade are yet to come in. Marching drills. Once that comes in, it's going to be very difficult for the archers to continue holding their ground. He's doing a decent job, though. And the numbers here for Don just not looking really good. He could get easily cleaned up here if he's not paying attention. And indeed, those knights going to be heading back towards the other side of the map. Archers looking to try and take down more spearmen, but Don just... I can't help but ask, Don, where are the units, mate? Get them out. Farm transition at 15 minutes. I think this is really what's hurt Don. Don's been trying his best to get his economy rolling on the ball, but just hasn't had a lot of luck yet. He's been dealing with the non-stop Rus aggression, and I think perhaps this is the consequence of playing a little bit longer or a little bit shorter in the feudal age. Had Don spent a bit more time in the feudal age, perhaps he would have been able to secure a bit more food sources. You can see he's got great little spots out here. You know, can you imagine, you know, a nice little wall here on the edge of the map? He could take this food source, take this, potentially delay the inevitable farm transition that comes through. But obviously Don looking to play it safe up against the Rus, a very menacing force. But we'll check in now with Zerton as he's got beautiful map control. Looking to draw up outposts on the edge of the map. We hear relics being picked up over on the west side. Central relic also taken. Single relic remaining. It's going to be that one in the back. So 2 relics up against 3. Both of these civs very orientated around picking up those relics and looking to utilize them. It starts to look like Zerton might be thinking about going towards a potential Imperial age here. We do see he's also picking up survival techniques. Very late for that one as well. 16 minutes. Something that you don't always see, especially that late. Now Don going to be going for the classic 16-minute wheelbarrow here. Also looking to pick up horticulture. And more walls coming up as players prepare themselves for that inevitable wall and grow tall strategy. We'll check in with the Donners. It looks like he may have spent that stone. You know what? He's just spent the stone on emplacements, hasn't he? Indeed he has. He's picked up a whole bunch of emplacements, so it looks like he's just spent that stone. Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of sprinkled emplacements out here. Now, take a look at the difference that the Holy Roman Empire sprinkled emplacements get. 10.8 range. Compare that to the normal one, which is 9 range. They get an extra 1.8 range. It's a huge amount of range that they get. Now, Don somewhat blindly pushing into the middle of the map. Plenty of line of sight out here. Look at the line of sight. This is the line of sight that you get from this outpost. It's just ridiculous. What is it, an extra 25%? Yeah, an extra 25% line of sight. And obviously, when you consider that's a radius, you know, an extra 25% is huge. So, yeah, it's effectively almost doubling the effective line of sight that you get from that. But now Don going to be breaking through the walls. Crossbowmen here together with the archers. Veteran archers have come through. Don still yet to get, it looks like hardened spearmen only coming through. Yeah, Don still failing to get those veteran spearmen out just yet. But great job by Zerton to just stall out this game. It definitely felt an intentional stall coming through from him. And now looking to secure up the walls on the rest of the map. Going to be looking to clear out the rest of the units here. Don definitely in dire straits as the men-at-arms once again. Look at them go. I mean, they're powering through right now. They're like linebackers, but unfortunately, the archers just way too strong. And now the men-at-arms moving out towards the knights, looking to try and pick them off. Sprinkled emplacement going to be helping out a little bit as well as sacred sites start getting captured on the south side of the map. Don coming in from the side. Unfortunately, not going to be lucky enough to pick off any more than one more knight. So 2 knights in total do go down in this position. Knight's going to head back towards the base for a little bit of safety. Sacred Site 1 taken. Sacred Site 2 getting taken. Sacred Site 3, where art thou? It's in the middle. It's already been taken. So that's going to be 3 sacred sites. Going over towards Zerton. Villager count at the moment, 90 for him. Compare that over to Donardi, who's sitting on 77. So only a little bit behind when it comes to the relics. It's essentially 4 versus 3 relics here. But keep in mind that Zerton's now picked up 3 sacred sites. So realistically, you're talking 600 gold a minute versus 400 gold a minute. It's a pretty steep difference. But now we see that veteran upgrade coming through for Don, looking like he might be moving into that classic composition that we've seen players go very heavy on recently. It is going to be the horseman together with the spearman composition. It does very effectively, so horseman going to be looking to swoop around and grab all these ranged units. Spearman going to be able to take down those knights for those long extended fights. Because we can see, oh my lord, look at Don right now, going for the classic 7 stable switch. Nobody expects the 7 stable switch. A lot of units did go down here. Now, I apologize. I may have missed this one. 95 villagers versus 82. Doesn't seem like a whole lot went down. But we do have keeps coming up in the center. So if Don wants to push here, he's going to need a bit of assistance from the siege. South definitely looking like a better option with regard to the potential push. Lots of wood being stacked up at the moment by Zerton. He started to transition to farms, coming through at 19 minutes, so a little bit later than Don. But you can see that food is starting to dry up over the map. He's also managed to pick up the boar. Boar number 1. Where's boar number 2? Boar number 2 still yet to be taken. Very, very rare. He could actually take this one out. He'd be up to 4... What is that? 480. There's a sheep out here as well. 485. I tell you what, you got any more sheep or, you know, a single wolf somewhere? You find a wolf somewhere and you're going to be hitting that 500. And if you can hit that 500, it's a huge difference. And there's the boar being taken now in the middle of the map. Zerton does get it. Picks himself up 75 gold. Doesn't look like there's any guy left out on this map, unfortunately. So I don't think he's going to be able to hit that 500 mark, it seems. But now Don, still yet to get that veteran upgrade for his spearmen. Knights looking like they might get picked off here if they're not careful. Indeed, Men-at-Arms doing a decent job here. Horseman numbers looking very, very healthy. And Zerton going to be under attack over on this eastern side. Crossbows beginning to push forward as well. We see the siege workshop out. It looks like just the walls right now. My lord, Zerton really role-playing as, I guess, Age of Killer from Age of Empires 3, or Breeze as he's known, if you guys are from that game. Like, there are just walls coming up everywhere. I guess, you know what? Let's go with Corix. That's probably a bit more accurate. Role-playing as Corix right now. Landmark for Age 4. Where is it? Zerton going to be putting it down somewhere as the Age Up is about to come through. I can't help but feel like this sacred site is almost certainly going to be neutralized. Zerton not intent. Let's go with not intent on pushing this position at all. I don't think he was really ever in it to win the early sacred site victory. It's normally just to capture up the sacred sites to get that gold, and we do have the high armory going down. It's in the front of the base, but fortunately he's got the Abbey of the Trinity. You know, one of the things you've got to be careful about against Don Artie is he loves to all in. He really loves to all in you and go for your landmarks. He doesn't care too much about, you know, killing your farms, killing your villages. It's all about the landmark snipes for him. So I wouldn't be surprised if Don looks to go for something this game, and the fact that Abbey of the Trinity is in the back of the base is a very, very nice thing for Zerton. But now Don going to be looking to break through the walls. Let's see if he's able to do much damage as the horsemen begin running through. We once again enter into the cinematic mode as Don tries his best to close out this position. Imperial Age comes through. Don looking to really clean up. And now the question is whether there's going to be enough units here for Zerton to defend. He's got up to the Imperial Age, and with Imperial Age being reached, it's definitely his advantage, but we can see the horsemen going to be trying their best to take out the majority of mass here, but fortunately, there's more walls, and men-at-arms start coming out as well. Units really flooding through for Don. He's also got some Lance Connects in the mix. Fortunately, makes it behind the walls. Don going to have to head back to the drawing board with regard to this one, and indeed, by the drawing board, it looks like the keep is going to be where he turns his attention. You can't help but feel like, at this point, for Don to be going onto the keep, it just feels bad, man. It just feels bad. Because now he's going to be able to turn his attention once again over towards these ranged units, but the ranged units are going to be able to fall back once towards the Palisade Gate. And it's just going to be a rinse and repeat, and he's able to keep them here. Now villagers coming in to repair the keep. Don, unfortunately, getting played like a fiddle, it seems, as more of these units getting picked up. Don, unfortunately, just throwing away units non-stop here. Imagine if he had a treb or two behind this. Oh, it's just, you can't help but feel like it's 60 seconds too late. A trebuchet or two would have made the difference. He would have been able to clean up this position, but at least now he's got the treb out. More units continuing to come through for Don. The economy, oh my lord, the economy for Don Artie right now. Take a look at this. Wow, Don Artie going to the absolute next level. When you wanted a farm transition, baby, you got it. How many farms are we talking about? 57 farms. No wonder there's so many horsemen out for Don. He's just pumping them out non-stop. Let's have a look and see what his production is at the moment. 7 stables and a Burgrave. Now, I'd love for Don to be just mixing in a few spearmen. I love this. Just mixing in a few spearmen forces your enemy into this infantry composition. Seems like he's going to be sticking with it for the moment. Maybe Lance Connect, a good idea as well. Horseman plus Lance Connect, a deadly combo. Cannon emplacement's actually going to be coming through, but if the villagers aren't able to repair that keep, then you can't help but feel like it might be just a little bit of a concert, or not really an important upgrade. Springle going to be moving out, though. Going to be looking to try and take out the counterweight trebuchet. It's going to need 3 shots to take it out. Villagers moving up to repair. Easy peasy. They got the repair on that. Plenty of them there as well. 8 villagers. He's able to hold that one now. Looks like we've got some Streltsy out as well in the field. Don Artie once again looking to push through, but the spearmen together with the Streltsy and the archers in the back line should be more than enough to clean this up. Don's picked up the +2 ranged armor. He's got a total of 5 ranged armor. But those spearmen, they don't care about ranged armor. They just slice and dice straight through veterans. He Coming through Lance Connect, just standing idle on the back line. Don Artie, wake up, my friend. Keep still yet to go down. Emergency repairs actually coming out here as well on that siege workshop. And Don going to get forced back for the moment. Definitely feels like Don is on the back foot. 140 population up against 183. Zerton definitely looking like he's climbed out of the of that potential push. We saw that push coming through. Looked really dangerous, but he made his way back towards this wooden fortress, the wooden palisade wall, the fortified palisade wall, and kept himself floating. But now Don, once again, you know Don, he's the kind of guy who's always going to be looming and looking to find a way back into the game. Whether he finds it, that's another question. Trebs keep on firing down. Wooden fortress, it's a hit and a miss. He hits one on target, second one goes a little bit wide. Let's see if the second shots make it out. Sacred sites have all been captured now. Don going to be looking to unpack. He's going to have to force back away from this as the Springalds continue pushing up. He's got enough Springalds to one-shot right now. Let's see if he's able to do it. He goes for it. Doesn't make it out. And Don now, Horseman together with the Lance Connect. He's got a nice little concave in there here, though, for Zerton. And Zerton just on the backside going to be looking to really clean this one up. Lance Connect, once they get in there and start swinging, that's when things get real serious. But unfortunately, Ronald McDonald doesn't really bring a lot of armor to this fight. He's only got 2 ranged armor. He gets shot down so damn quickly in the Streltsy, demonstrating why they're one of the best hand cannoneers in the game. In fact, probably the best hand cannoneer in the game, with the exception of maybe the Chinese one. Siege Workshop's going to be going down here. No emergency repairs coming out because there's not really much point. And Don struggling to keep the head above water. And the question is, how does Don pull this one back? How can he possibly pull this one back? This push looks like it just feels like it's a matter of time before Zerton are able to overwhelm Don. The anti-siege coming through as well. Have we got banded arms on this? We do have banded arms as well as roller shutter triggers. Makes it very, very difficult to Don, or for Don to field any kind of siege, just because he gets outnumbered, outgunned so effectively against these Springalds, or by these Springalds rather. Push continuing to come up. Zerton got to be careful not to overextend. It feels like he might be overextending right now. We've got some horsemen that continue coming through. Horseman numbers looking pretty healthy. Not a lot of spearmen down. And Don just fighting up against these. Don just happily taking the fight against these spears instead of moving past and looking to attack the ranged units, which, by the way, he gets a beautiful bonus against. If we can stop for a second. There we go. 11 against ranged units. And indeed, an overextension occurs. So you had Zerton down on this southern side who was pushing through. He was looking very solid, but then he overextends for just a slight amount of time and now throws away the army. He's down to 170 pop at the moment. Don on the other side, 146. He needs to pull out that emergency repairs. There we go. Emergency repairs coming out. Villagers in the middle of the battle. Also going to get picked off. Don Artie holding on for dear life right now. He's managed to do a decent job as the Streltsy continue running and gunning. You can see they got their double time in. Static deployment going to be unfolding a little bit faster with that. But now the veterancy on those spearmen looking good. We'll take a look back at Zerton. And does he have elite spearmen coming through? Doesn't look like it. Elite spearmen would definitely be a big help here. Typically, Streltsy, spearmen, and Springald going to be a deadly combination in the late game here for the Rus. Still, remember, the sacred sites keep ticking. I don't know exactly what the timer is on these bad boys, but you can't help but feel like the sacred site timer may actually be a bit more pivotal now. We're still yet to see a real solidification of these sacred sites. They're still quite open. Just a couple of wooden fortresses guarding them with upgrades yet to be researched or tech. Yeah, you know what? Researched. In place, I guess we could say. Triple Trebuchet also coming out. Zerton close to reaching max pop. Pumping out a whole bunch of units. We'll tune in with Don once again as he's just spamming out the horsemen like crazy. How many horsemen are we talking right now, Don Artie? We're talking about 43 horsemen. He's a man who likes the horse, that's for sure. Oh my god, look at the horse. Look at the stables for Don Artie. He's up to 16 stables right now. I'm loving this from the Don. Looking very, very hectic. Checking on the other side, though. As that push keeps coming up, Relic actually gets taken away there. Nice little snaggeroo coming from Zerton as the keep going to get dropped down on the forward line. It's going to provide a great little base of operations. It's going to be extra hard for Don to get under here. We'll check and see whether we got boiling oil in. Indeed, we do. Not available to be researched. Actually, whoa, my lord, never mind. It is currently being researched right now. We see a whole bunch of tier 2 upgrades coming through. Tithe barns also, and precision, mounted precision for the horse archers. Interesting decision to go into horse archers. I don't know. I don't really see a spot for horse archers in the meta at the moment. I guess with Streltsy in the Imperial Age, it just means that you don't really need them in the Imperial Age. But hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Springel's moving forward. Looking to try and take out the trebuchet. Lance Connect got to come down. Springel in placement still firing off on them. The Lance Connect just absolutely mauling that first one. Second one. Oh my lord, look at the damage coming out. Fortunately, they're taken out very quickly with those trebs still firing down for the most part. Doing a decent job. Triple treb still coming out here for Zerton. Turning his attention towards the outposts. It's a hit. He hits the 3 on target. Don still defending, holding off. You know what Don's doing. You guys know what Don's doing. He's doing it, ladies and gentlemen. You know we got to get a picture of this. Don Artie, seconds before disaster right here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Don Artie massing up an absolute maelstrom of horsemen. This is ludicrous amounts right here. Don, just the secret Don Artie army lying in wait, ready to go. Ready to go. Down towards the south, a few more villagers gonna get picked up. Don sitting on 76 villagers at the moment compared to 123 from Zerton. He knows it's do or die. Still, we've got elite spearmen coming through now. Also going to be going for elite army tactics. Zerton. I mean, you can't play against Zerton in a heads up fight right now. And look at the control he's got over the minimap. I just realized. I mean, we've talked about map control this entire game. What an absolutely great job Zerton's done. I think Zerton realizes that there might be something up. He sees all the stables. He knows that horsemen are being produced. So he starts walling a little bit more heavily. He says, you know what? I'm not too fussed about, you know, that eastern flank, but that western flank, that's where he could break through. So the question is, what landmarks does Don know about? I mean, technically he should know about, oh my lord, Don Artie. 128 of the world's finest horsemen beginning to make their way across the map, and now Zerton going to be blind over towards that position, but he well and truly knows about it. And now Don going to be moving towards this gate, looking to focus it down. All the horsemen coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you get your popcorn out. I mean, you know what? Probably put your popcorn away. You've probably had it out all this time. Put your popcorn away. Sit forward on your seat, because we're about to really get heavy. Spearmen, as well as those Streltsy moving forward on the back line, but you know exactly where they're going. They're going absolutely nowhere, because horsemen trying to make their way through. I tell you what, it's an absolute funnel. Plenty of horsemen going to be going down. Don Artie, how many is he down to? We'll double check and see. He's down to 110. A little bit of a quick wall attempt right there from Zerton. Don Artie looking to try and break his way through. More walls coming up. Zerton knows that this is do or die for the Don. At the same time, he's got horsemen cleaning up the trebs on his backside. So he knows that he's going to be alive for a little bit longer. Focuses down that one little segment, and we got 3 minutes until Sacred Side. Don't do me like this, Don Artie. Oh, no, no, no. We are in for an absolute treat, ladies and gentlemen. Which way is this going to go? Is it going to be a Don Artie victory? Is he going to be able to snipe the landmarks? Is it going to be a Zerton that holds on for dear life and manages to pull off the Sacred Side victory? Don is looking, he's looming. We've got keeps that have come up as well. Boiling Oil is ready and willing on these. And now Don begins to flood into the center of the base of Zerton. The units are nowhere to be seen right now. Where are Zerton's units right now? I've got no idea. Did he just delete them all? Don Artie just turning his attention towards the Golden Gate. We can see villagers coming out there trying their best to repair up the town center. But these landmarks are certain to go down, and finally we see more units starting to trickle through. There they are. Geez, Zerton is definitely catching his breath here. Don Artie down to 81 horsemen. He needs reinforcements, and we can see villagers getting pulled right now. Don bringing absolutely everyone and everything. First landmark has gone down. Second landmark about to go down as well. There's plenty of units in here. Don trying his best to keep himself alive in this tournament by being able to take down this landmark, and it looks like he's going to get it. The second landmark goes down, third landmark on the front. He knows where the fourth one is. It's on the backside. It's the Abbey of the Trinity. Villagers now looking to siege down the fortified palisades in the middle, but at the same time, the cannon emplacement's going to be able to take them all out. The Rus don't have access to the cannon emplacement except on those keeps. And now Don Artie absolutely looks like he might be out of steam. The villagers were trying to make it through in the front, and the high armory may be the landmark that saves it all. And we've got a rebuild here of this the high trade house. It's still yet to come up, but he's got so many villagers on this. Zerton with 1,500 wood. It should be A-okay. Zerton under attack once again over on this eastern flank, and it looks like Don might be out of steam. I tell you what, oh, we got another re-up coming through. it all came down to these cannon emplacements. If Don had gone through from a position over here, Don could have actually gone through for a chop through, actually, with the villagers. If he'd just gone for a chop through over on that side, he would have been fine. But we got a minute until Sacred Victory, ladies and gentlemen. Get your timers out. 34:20, so it's going to be at least 34:50, rather 35:20. Jeez Louise, Drongo, get it together. That last landmark remains. But it looks like we've got the repairs up in the main base. Zerton's going to be able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Zerton will be heading through. Don Artie does it. Down, or rather, Don Artie doesn't do it. Zerton is going to be doing it. And Zerton will be heading through to the grand finals of this event, this small little window that we've got. Fellas, I hope you guys have enjoyed this casted game. Don Artie putting on an absolute show once again, and Zerton playing out of his mind. Good game, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.